All right, hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. We're starting to get a few people in here right now. How's it going?
Hola.
Alongside me today for this is going to be Southwest Jeff. How you doing, Jeff?
What up there, KC? That was
So,
kind of funny, that video.
yeah, I had to start it off with that one, just because that's basically what this stream is going to focus on today, is things that have come to light from the emails from the Epstein estate that have been released. Unfortunately, those, for whatever reason, I could not get to load in right. So, but I do have them screenshotted on my phone and I can read them. I'm sure people have seen them. Everybody on Facebook that is anti-Trump has basically been posting these emails. They've been posted on the internet. They've been posted in different videos on YouTube. So the emails are there to be read. I would like to read some of them emails as well, especially with the ones that I found today that I actually screenshotted and sent them to you, Jeff.
Yeah.
And there was one I found that was kind of really, really, really disturbing and really shocking. Um, the main one
Yeah,
being,
it's
um,
um
this was between what seems to be Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. One of the emails says Saturday, April 2nd, 2011. I want you to realize that dog that hasn't barked is Trump. Victim spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned. Police of chief, etc. I'm 75% there. Makes you kind of wonder, 75% there where? 75% to giving
right.
up Trump as his accomplice, his fixer, I mean, nobody knows, right? But in that
Right.
same email thread, he also had an email with Michael Wolf that was subject heads up. And the importance was said to be high. And I think it started with Wolf said, I hear CNN planning to ask Trump tonight about his relationship with you, either on air or in scrum afterwards. Epstein
Hmm.
wrote, if we were able to craft an answer for him, what do you think it should be? And Wolf goes, I think you should let him hang himself. If he says he hasn't been on the plane or to the house, then that gives you a valuable PR and political currency. You can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you. Or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him generating a debt. Of course, it is possible that when asked, he'll say Jeffrey is a great guy and has gotten a raw deal and is a victim of political correctness, which is to
Wait,
be outlawed in a Trump regime.
let me ask one question. I know the emails were just released right recently, but
Yes.
when were the emails, the Epstein thingies? Okay, the emails you're reading or right now, when were they generated?
Well, the first one I read was 2011.
Okay.
The second one was December 16th of 2015. The one I just read was December 16th of 2015 is when it was, which also makes you wonder, okay? Trump said he hadn't had any contact with Epstein since the early 2000s. Um,
Yeah, I think it was
2000,
like 20. That's why I was asking. I think it was like 2011
yeah, he said his
is
last contact was like 2010, 2011, something like that.
right. And
And
if
there's
I
an
may,
email here from
oh,
2015 asking if we could make up or give him an answer, what would it be? Like that kind of makes you. And then there's one that it's a highly like things are blacked out in it very much, but it was between Michael Wolf and Epstein again. on January 31st of 2019 says
2019?
yes,
Jeez.
2019. January 31st says victim Mar-a-Lago. Trump said he asked me to resign. Never remember ever. Of course he knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop. Please stop.
Hmm.
And that was just like
Man.
the first set of emails that was even released. Was that one there. And then today I ran across another one that was December 8th of 2015, important tie between Thomas Jr., a guy named Landon, and Jeffrey Epstein, says, and the subject is reply Trump, important tie. And some of this doesn't necessarily read the feed, my airplane logs, and Hawaiian Tropic contest. Have them ask my houseman about Donald almost walking through the door, leaving his nose print on the glass as young women were swimming in the pool. And he was so focused, he walked straight into the door.
That was part of, okay, so just, I don't know if you're able to show the emails or not. I don't know if you can, but
I
these
mean, I
were
could show
emails
the
from,
camera.
I guess to clarify, like, was it a group email? I mean, I'm kind of, that's why I'm asking. I'm trying to
Some of
learn
these are.
here.
It seems to be that some of them are.
Right.
So this is Landon Thomas Jr. and Jeffrey Epstein in that email. Landon Thomas Jr. is financial reporter for New York Times.
Okay.
And after that, says now everyone coming to me thinking I have juicy info on you and Trump because of this. And it's a quote underneath it says, I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. Trump booms from a speakerphone. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them on the younger side. No doubt about it. Jeffrey enjoys his social life.
Wait, Trump said that?
Yes.
All right. Nanya wants to know. Nanya, I don't know. I'm just up here with Casey. He's the one that did all the research. They want to know where you got the info, or she wants to know where you got the info from, or something.
Well, the emails I've found them in several different locations, but the main set that I went over, the very first set I went over, was actually released as a Fox News report, which I sent you the link to yesterday. It was
Okay, yeah, and then
release referencing Trump.
Yeah, and then that JD delay video I sent you, he said this. So it's not like I said, I've been hearing bits and pieces all over from both sides.
Right.
And but I just don't know the whole kit and caboodle, and that's why I'm one of the reasons why I'm up here tonight too, because I want to hear, and see what Casey found.
And so, I mean, when you start to look at these emails and you see the way that Jeffrey Epstein and Michael Wolff, Thomas Landon Jr., like these are people that were writing. Michael Wolff wrote a book, I think it was, on Epstein. Landon Jr. was one of the main reporters from the New York Times that interviewed on several different occasions Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein in each of these emails several times mentions Trump. Trump spent time at my house with the victims. Of course, Trump knew what I was doing. Like, of course he knew. He asked Ghislaine to stop. Like that, to me, that's damning evidence. And for them to say younger women, yes, I know. Let your minds wonder. That doesn't necessarily mean underage kids. That doesn't necessarily mean pedophilia. But there was also an email at which he said that he knew how, and I can't remember exactly how he put it. I was trying to find it. It was one I scrolled it through. Somebody had shared the screenshots of on Facebook. And it's Jeffrey had said something to the extent of, I know how dirty Donnie is. There's not a clean bone in his body, or something like that.
Wait. So, wait. Okay, so Epstein said that about Trump?
About Trump. About Trump, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that
Um,
would have been probably 2000, and you said 19 or something like that, or
Probably. I
20.
think that was the date. I'm trying to find it right now. Again, some of these wouldn't, I'm not real savvy with this StreamYard, and I only use the free version. So there's things on it that I can't do that other people can. But actually I know right where, let me pop it up and I'll read it verbatim.
Well, let me just say this if I could. Like, for those who don't know, I'm on the right. Casey, well, it's kind of hard to explain. I'm in the middle to the right. He's in the middle to the left. Does that make sense? So, yeah, I voted for Trump all three times, and yeah, so I'm just up here as like, but we always get along doing these kind of things, and we
Okay.
have a good time doing
So
it. We learn from each other. So, yeah, Casey is on the left, kind of. I lean towards the right, and I'm
in,
just hearing what Casey found. I found a few things myself, and I've heard a few things, but
and I'll read
um,
these are verbatim. If anybody who is on Facebook goes and types in the name Jessica Kent, just the way it sounds, and you go to her Facebook page, she's got a blue check mark. She screenshotted and posted some of the Epstein emails that were released today or late last night after the original ones were.
oh
And the ones
shit.
that she released, Jeffrey Epstein, I'm trying to find out who this was to. Oh, it's got all that blanked out. I can't see who that one was to. But it says importance high from December 8th of 2017. I'm at the door, but I will wait for my time. I don't want to come early to find Trump in your house.
Look at Haystack Sniper. I don't. He might be right about that. You might want to use a different name. Yeah, EpiPen's a good name. We'll call him EpiPen. That's a good one, Haystack.
I'm not, man. I'm not monetized, and I don't necessarily care. But
Yeah, but if we say EpiPen, we know what we're talking about.
right, yeah. And more of that email. And I don't know if this email goes bottom to top, top to bottom. So I'm just reading it top to bottom. Oh no, it goes bottom to top. Okay. The first one goes, very well. Just send me the address again and the code to the door so I can get to the ground or to the second floor, and send me the day and time. Thanks. And then Epstein replies, sorry, that is 2512 for the gate. So he gave her a gate code, or whoever this person was, a gate code. And then she emailed, said, I'm at the door, but I will wait for my time. I don't want to come early to find Trump in your house. And that was one of the emails. And that was December 8th, 2017 at 8:37 in the evening.
Well, technically, that would have 12:37. You mean like AM, like in late at night, early morning?
8:37 p.m.
Oh, 8:37 p.m. Okay.
Yeah, p.m. And then there's another one, and these look like they came bottom to top. Looks like they came from Steve Bannon, because it says sender Steve Bannon.
Shit.
Yep. Oh, maybe that's who these emails were between, was him and Bannon, I think. Says, can't believe nobody is making you the connective tissue. Recall Prince Andrew's accuser came out of Mar-a-Lago. And then another one just references Prince Andrew and Trump today. Too funny.
Now, is there a way that I know people want receipts? I don't know if there's a way you have a link or you can show them. I don't know.
Jessica Kent on Facebook posted these. These are exactly where I'm reading them from. And these
Jessica Kent. Okay.
Yeah. Kent on Facebook.
Like Clark Kent.
Yep. And And of course, these are she got these emails from probably screen recording or screenshotting off of something that she watched, a news report or something that she watched on her phone. I mean, hell, every news network has been covering these emails, and
New York Post, yeah,
you know, and every newspaper basically that's a major player. Another set of emails from Faith Cates to Jeffrey Epstein, 11/23 of 2017.
Wait, can I say something? I just went to her channel, and this is going to be opposition, which is kind of what we're here for, right?
Right.
So, so there was a commenter. If you look at Jessica, that's the first thing I saw. This commenter by the name of Nikki says, "I really can't stand Jessica Kent. She's always in some drama. She thinks she knows everything. She's been out of prison for like 10 years. So she was in prison for something.
Yeah, no,
And
she
still,
was,
that's all she talks about. I don't even follow her or anything, but I'm always seeing her on my page, like her videos and so on and so forth."
This is why I love Jessica Kent. Okay, Jessica Kent totally changed her life around. She went from running a trap house and a like major crime organization.
Wait, so trap house, you like
some
talking about
state.
like a drug house, or
Yeah, drug house. She ran some type of drug organization, criminal organization for a while. Ended up getting busted, went to prison, did 10 years or 15 years in prison, something like that.
damn.
5 or 10, 5 to 10, 5 to 15, something like that she did. She got out of prison, totally changed her life around, and now she actually has been a model in Inked magazine and runs her own like production studio out of her home and runs a legit LLC company.
Right.
The woman totally changed her life around, and I don't think
I have to agree with if you look at Mrs. Chillin Paisley, I don't know if you want to read it out loud, put it on the screen, it's your channel, but she says, "Jeff, in case you both know the gov is scum, no one is good, why does it matter?" Yeah, I mean that's pretty much kind of true. I mean there are some good people in there, but a lot of them get corrupted within a year or two.
Right. So this email thread from Faith Cates to Jeffrey Epstein started, it says 11/23/2017, 2:41 p.m. is when this last one was sent, but it actually started that morning at 8:16 a.m. is what it says.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing you can read, it says, "That means Glenn, check out his red hair." Now, who the fuck is Glenn? I have no clue.
Glenn Beck? No, he don't have red hair. I don't know.
And then Jeffrey, Barry's color for holiday, whatever the fuck that meant.
Right.
And then like some of these just clearly don't make sense. They're just babbling back and forth between each other. Right. But then one says, "He's such a snooze. Who else is down there?" And Epstein replies, "David Fazell, Hansen, Trump." Give me just a second. I gotta go deal with some kids for a minute.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, I mean, like I saw some of this stuff, folks, while he's doing that, and again, like I said, I'm not a diehard Trump fan, but I did vote for him 3 times, and I'm hoping that he's not an actual pedo. But there's just more stuff that keeps coming out. Not just this, but this is kind of the subject we're talking about on Casey's channel. So I'll stick to his subjects here. But there's a lot of other things too that I don't get it. Like
Pound Force, this was never did I say these were Trump emails. These are Epstein's emails that were released talking about Trump, which proves Trump and Epstein knew each other, were friends with each other, and even hung out after Trump tried to say, "Oh, I didn't know him after, or I didn't have any close ties to him after 2011." Who else is down there? He's such a snooze. Who else is down there? David Frizzle, Hansen, Trump. That was in 2017. So in 2017, Trump was at Epstein's house.
Wait, so that's been proven, or is that hearsay? Because I kind of get what Clown's saying. Also, Nunya has a question. You have to ask Casey. This is not my channel. I don't know. I'm just here, I guess.
I mean,
they went,
these are emails that are between Epstein and somebody else. And when asked who else is there, David Frizzle, Hansen, Trump.
Wait, Hansen. You're not talking about Dateline NBC formerly.
There's no first name on it. It just says Hansen.
That would be weird. I mean, the original pred catcher, quote unquote, even though we all know Chris Hansen, blah blah blah. But I'm just saying that.
I'm not gonna speculate what or who the last name is, but when you see Trump on there, who else would he have been talking about? Eric Trump, who was a fucking kid at the time.
That's true. He would have been. Well,
Barron Trump, who was a baby at the time. Well, like.
Yeah.
Melania Trump, who is Trump's wife, and there's guilt by association. I mean, which Trump was it? It couldn't have been. The kids wouldn't have been there without dad or mom. So,
right.
And he damn sure wasn't talking about Mr. Fred Trump.
Right. Okay. Can I ask you something? We talked about it before the show started live here. What's her name? Pam Bondi, and then we talked about gosh, I can't remember all the names. Cash Pearl, whatever the FBI. Yeah, can you talk? You were telling me some stuff before. Maybe you can talk about that, like your opinions. Well, I don't know. I want to hear what you have to say.
And even on that note, like if we go in and take a break from the emails for a little bit, because I mean you can read all these emails. Here it is. Here's the thread that I was talking about where Epstein talked about Trump.
Okay. Are you able to show it on the screen or no? I don't know.
No, I'm not able to show them on the screen because I only have them on my phone. I wasn't able to get them to upload.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I had that issue
there. But this started at 10:50 a.m. Said, here's a story from the New York Times that I thought you'd find interesting. The principled case for impeachment is clear. What's missing is the courage. And then at 11:03, Epstein wrote, I think he makes the argument that it was Trump's money, making it not illegal, though he also said he only found out afterwards. And the fact, according to the indictment, was billed as services rendered and grossed up. I'm sure his accountant has flipped anyway. I did talk in detail to Starr yesterday, RE indictments, how Trump can make a deal, special counsel, Clinton's trash can, yes, Starr gave me more, yuck. And then at 11:13, Kathy Rumler, whoever she is, this is a thread between him and Kathy Rumler. Kathy Rumler said, it makes no difference whether it was his money. Issue is failure to disclose. Plus, fact that he has lied his ass off about it makes clear that he knew it was illegal. And then Epstein's final email in that thread said, you see, I know how dirty Donald is. My guess is that non-lawyers, New York biz people have no idea what it means to have your fixer flip.
Oh, I was on mute. Sorry about that. I started laughing. Like, wait, what flipped? Like, you're
fixer.
What?
So basically, the fixer, the person who was in charge of. He was talking in that one. He's talking about Michael Cohen, Donald Trump's attorney, who made all the payments, all the hush money payments, and Cohen flipped. So Trump's fixer, who fixed everything Trump fucked up, flipped and told it all about Trump. And that's what that email was in reference to.
I will say, I don't know if you're looking at your chat. But it's easier. I know when you're running the panel, it's a little bit harder. I get that, but since I'm not running the panel, I'm actually looking at chat too. And like Clown does, I know you and Clown don't get along. But that being said, he has a good point. Epstein sets up people, right? So how is this any different? Like he could have been, you know what I mean?
well,
I mean, he's got a good point.
Well, okay, but to that, let me go. Okay, Trump and Epstein, best friends for years. Trump runs Teen USA and Miss USA, and then Epstein is found guilty of molesting little girls.
That was, see, I think Trump ran Miss USA until 20. What year was it? I don't think he runs it anymore, obviously.
No, he doesn't anymore. He doesn't run either one of them anymore.
Because there was something I did see. I'm trying to remember. Oh my goodness. Okay, so apparently, and not to get off subject, but and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to. So apparently, Charlie Kirk's now widow. God rest his soul. By the way, whether I don't care what anybody thinks, human was, it's a tragic situation. And she won apparently Miss USA, didn't she? If I'm not mistaken, there was
she was okay. Yeah, so Trump ran Miss USA and Teen USA.
Oh, he ran Teen USA and Miss USA. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know about he ran two.
He and Erica Kirk was in pageants
2015, I think.
Most of her young life.
She won, I think, in 2015.
Winning one of those pageants, like shook hands with Trump, got to know Trump on a very good level. Like there's not any stories that Trump and Erica Kirk had anything like any involvement, but
it just happened to be like
they did become friendly. Okay. Charlie Kirk used to be anti-Trump, and then he marries Erica and turns pro-Trump.
Wait. Okay.
I mean, there's a lot of weird. None of this is to say, hey, this is an open and shut case and Donald Trump is a pedophile. But I mean, yes, I'm going to say it. I'm going to shout it from the rooftops because.
Yeah, but you got to be careful because there's
so
no
many,
tangible evidence.
He's had so many.
There's no, you know what I mean? What's up, Lyle? Yeah, Will's in the house.
Okay. To the there's no tangible evidence. Somebody with the right amount of money can make anything disappear, can they not?
Well, if you look at the P. Diddy situation, he's pretty far up the chain, and
he didn't get charged with 90% or found guilty of 90% of what he could have and should have.
That's what I was getting to,
because he had money.
But yeah, I mean, if it was like any other like blue collar worker or whatever, anybody of no celebrity status or whatever. Is there somebody backstage? Only certain people have the link, so you don't have to worry about anything. But
yeah, I don't see anybody.
Okay, I thought I heard the ding noise. I don't know. I guess, and my opinion. I'm open. I'm to a lot of things, but unless there's tangible evidence, I just what I mean. It's just hearsay, and you have a right to your opinion, I have a right to mine, and we can agree to disagree, and
But when these and these are this is just the beginning of the emails coming out of what was said about Trump in Epstein's emails. Okay, but here's one too. And I heard this in a news report. I didn't screen record it. I didn't take a screenshot of it.
That's true. Drunk police. Oh, sorry.
In one of the things I was watching, there was an email that supposedly stated that Trump and Epstein were hanging out at Epstein's house New Year's of, it was either New Year's or Thanksgiving or one of the holidays of 2019 while Trump was in office.
Yeah. Also, Lion Will had a good point too. I don't know if you want to put
So,
some messages on screen because there's a lot of good opinions and in chat and a lot of engagement going on. It's up to you. It's your channel. But
and here's the thing. Uh, then tell me why did Donald Trump just have and his administration have private meetings with Thomas Massey's and Lauren Boebert to try to get one of them to take their names off of the petition right after Grijalva was sworn in and made her name the 218th name on the petition to make a vote in the House of Representatives? Why the fuck are you meeting with people in your own party to try to get them to take their name off a petition they've signed to release the Epstein files completely, and everybody's name who's on it, Democrat, Republican, doesn't fucking matter, out them all. And I'll stand by that, out them all. And these two Republicans want to out them all, and Trump is trying to get one of them to take their name off of the petition so that the House next week can't vote to release the files in full.
do you think that's going to happen though? Do you think they're going to vote not to release them?
Mike Johnson has already said the House is voting on it next week.
Oh, that's the chat. Do you know how to do a poll on StreamYard? It's actually pretty easy. Ask the audience: should they release, or see what should we ask? Should they release the? Well, I think every American should say yes, but there's obviously pedos. But I think that the list should be released unredacted. Obviously, aside from like what Social Security, I don't know, whatever. But maybe I don't know if you know how to do a poll.
Yeah, I know. Let me try to find it here. I'm just.
Or maybe another poll could be too. After like 10 minutes of this one, you could put like, oh gosh, losing my train of thought here. Do you think that Trump will be on? I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas. It's hard when I'm not running the stream, so it's kind of difficult for me to.
Yeah.
But just ideas there.
Oh, I don't even have core to. I was going to do something and I didn't. I got to have the core to even do that. So, but and I may have had the dates wrong. I saw somebody say wasn't Epstein in prison in 2019. All I know is it was while Trump was in office before Epstein went to jail. Like they were supposedly hanging out.
Well, I thought the last time they hung out was.
According to Trump, it was 2011.
Yeah, 2011.
But he was proven in an email just now that I read that he was there at the house, asked who else is there, and he said Trump. And that was in 2017.
Right.
So, okay, Trump's not a pedophile, but he's lying about hanging out with a pedophile?
So you said 2017?
That's what that email was. I'm pretty sure it was 2017 is what it said.
Yeah, it's up to Casey Nunya. I mean, that's why I said address. This is not my panel. But yeah, Nunya's asking again. She got a call. She wants to know if you're going to drop the link to let Lion, Will, and other people come up and talk and be part of the discussion. Or I can send it to her privately, and she can send it to people we don't have to worry about. We can do it that way. But that's up to you. It's your channel.
I'd rather not, just to not have to worry about.
Well, Lion Will is actually pretty cool. Eon Will.
Okay, and so this email here, and I'll reread it. February 8th, 2017. I don't even know if I even read this one. Oh, no, I didn't. I was going to, and then we got asked a question or something. But it was between Epstein and Larry Summers.
Right. Before I'm not trying to interrupt. You have that one on screen. Lion Will also has another good point. Trump's love for Israel is the more serious issue. I agree with Lion Will on that one. Ian Will. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry. I'll mute.
But it starts at 8:14 a.m. And Jeffrey said, "Speak today." Larry Summers said, please direct all scheduling inquiries to my office at, and gave his email or phone number. And Epstein said, or Larry Summers said, yes, in New York City, actually. And then the next one says, he didn't wreck world and avoided scandal. What does Rumler say re his attitude towards women? And to that, Epstein replies, recall, I've told you, I have met some very bad people. None as bad as Trump. Not one decent cell in his body. So yes, dangerous.
Wait, so, oh shit! I wish there was a way we could show this so people could see the receipts or a link or something we could drop.
I mean, I can
But you
screenshot
said
them
it's all,
to you, and
it,
you can send them to people that want to see them.
and they're all from. Is it Jessica Kent?
Yeah,
This
that's
is
all
okay.
on Jessica Kent's. It was a post he made
Oh,
4 hours ago
let's
that says, I'm just going
see.
to leave some Epstein emails here.
Is there a way we can drop her link to her Facebook? You're on the computer. You probably have an easier way of doing that. And then, or maybe the link to the actual email so people can see them. That way they have, some receipts. You know what I mean? Cash Patel and his honey pot
Hold on just a
mess
second. I got a
or
phone call coming
Mossad
in.
girlfriend. Oh, I got you. See, yeah, not gonna lie, this seems like a hate Trump panel will expire if we can't come up. Yeah, it's not my panel. Um, and of course, Casey and we differ from a lot of things when it comes to politics. But it's interesting to hear and see some of this stuff, and I think he's going to get the link so y'all can check it out too. But this is why we have these streams. It's good to have the opposite sides, if you will, discussing it. I'll be honest with y'all. I haven't been feeling good the last couple of days, so I'm just kind of here. I'm listening more than anything. I'm also looking at chat. So, uh, yeah. But I did find the Jessica Kent account on Facebook, so you can go there and see what he's talking about. And I think he's going to get the link too. Let's see. I know it ain't your panel. Yeah.
I couldn't get the link, but there's the name and how it's spelled. People want the receipts. They can literally go to that. It was a post she posted 4 hours ago that says, I'm just going to leave some Trump emails or some Epstein emails here.
Let me ask you a question. How did she get a hold of the emails?
How did I get a hold of the ones I sent you, Jeff? Through news reports
No, I mean,
in the news.
oh, that's where she got them from. That's what I was asking, where Jessica
Yeah,
Kent
yeah,
got them from.
yeah. That's the same way anybody's been getting them. Like these have been. If you go and you type in right now, Epstein emails released, you're going to see these same emails that I've read and that Jessica Kent's posted, and like they're there to be seen. They're there to be read.
Can I please send Nunya the link to give just to trusted people that's not going to cause any problems? I promise you that, because people
No,
want to
because
say
I didn't
something.
plan on anybody being on here except for me, you, and one or two other
Okay.
people that aren't here. So
Yeah, they're
it's
unfortunately can't make it, I don't think. But I think Lion Will would be a good one because he's kind of well, he's in the middle. I think like you and I are. I'm not for sure,
yeah.
but
and okay, and just to let's calm some shit for a minute. Okay, get away from the emails, get away from the where's your proof, and just for a second, let's think about it like this. Okay. Again, I come back to the meeting with Lauren Boebert, with Massey's, trying to get them to take their name off of a petition that has been filed, 218 names on it, which is forcing the vote next week in the House of Representatives. Mike Johnson has already announced. And that vote is to fully release the Epstein files, unredacted, everybody's names released. Doesn't matter if you're Democrat, Republican, Independent. communists, whatever you want to say. Like, if your name's on there, you're getting exposed if the vote goes right. Okay.
Right. You think it will? I think you said earlier no,
I think here's the
but
thing. They're going to hold a vote on it. But here's the thing. And everybody needs to realize this. Who holds control right now?
of course, Trump, Cash
Not
Patel,
just Trump.
Cash Patel. You got
The Republican Party
oh, okay,
holds
yeah,
the power right now. They hold the majority in the Senate. They hold the majority in the House. So in order for this House resolution to pass to release the Epstein files, it's got to be like a 60-40 vote. The Democrats only have.
but here's the thing.
50 seats.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like I said, there's a lot of Republicans that have went or are going a different direction. We'll just say that, right?
Right. Yeah,
I
no,
think there's
absolutely.
a possibility that it would go. I think that I know, like I said, a lot of politicians, and somebody said it earlier too. I think it was Paisley. But anyways, I get it. A lot of politicians get corrupted, especially after the first year or two if they're new. But I think that some still keep their morals to an extent and in their hearts, and I think that they will vote. I hope so to have
Oh
it
no,
released.
I absolutely think they'll vote. I don't know that there's too many people, too many Republicans. Even though there are Republicans that have already said yes, I'll put my name on the petition. There's 4 Republicans, not just 2, but there's 4 Republicans that put their name down on that petition. Trump only needed one of them to take their name off of it, and the 2 that he thought were going to be the easiest to sway were Lauren Boebert and Thomas Massey's. And Lauren Boebert literally basically sat in that meeting for 2.5 hours. And then after they got done with the meeting, she basically said, fuck off. I'm still where I'm at. I'm not taking my name off. If you're innocent, why do you care if this vote goes through or not? If you were innocent, wouldn't you want the files released
Right,
to
to prove your
prove
innocence.
that
Yeah,
you're not
exactly.
on the list? Okay,
Exactly.
so
Yeah, I
so
agree with
let's look
that.
at it. Let's look at it from that standpoint instead of, oh, well, these emails are hearsay. Where'd you get these emails from? Can we see these? You can see these emails. Type in Epstein emails released, and you're going to see every email that's been released for yourself. Be able to read them for yourself. Like, I'm literally reading them off of my phone because I couldn't get them to upload here. If I needed to, I mean, I could show. I'm not just making these emails up off the top of my dome. And I can turn on my camera
Right.
and show that I'm on Jessica Kent's Facebook page.
It's up to you. It's your channel. Prayers,
And
Anthony Cruz. By the way, that's the real Anthony Cruz. I think. Yeah, it's the real Anthony Cruz.
so
Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. If you want to put them on your community page, you want. Oh, you
that's
might want to put yourself on so nobody can see it because you got a shared screen. Sorry, and you got to put
right.
yourself on so that nobody can see anything. I
Right.
can't even.
I was changing it.
You might want to take that comment down too.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know where
Of
that comment is. There it
course,
is.
I have bad eyes, but
But that's Jessica Kent's Facebook page.
okay.
Right there. That's Jessica Kent. That's her Facebook
Okay.
page. Right
She
there.
has over 1 million, or was it? It's
Now,
over 1 million, but yeah, she has a lot of subscribers, if I remember correctly.
here's the emails. 1 of 5.
Okay, let me go look real quick. I'm kind of curious. Let's
Here's another one.
see.
2 of 5.
Jessica Kent, 1.3 million followers on Facebook.
There's
Okay.
another one. 3 of 5. These are what I was reading
All
off
right.
of her page. 4 of 5.
There's the receipts. I mean, that's of course another
5 of
person
5.
showing the evidence, but
And then the first one that I actually read, let me get to it. the first set of them that I actually read
See,
right here off of my own phone.
hey, Casey,
One,
look, can
two.
you can you look at chat just for a little bit? Like Lion Will agrees with you on a lot of things. That's why me and him have a great time. He's
Yeah, I
not going
know.
to cause problems on your channel.
People wanted to see them, so I'm going to show them real quick.
That's fine, but can I
These are
please send him the
these
link?
are off of my phone that I screenshotted. These are Jeffrey Epstein emails.
Right.
These were what was released. And there's the picture I used.
The
for my
profile or the thumbnail.
Yeah. So
But can I at least send Lion Will the link, because he's actually a very good conversationalist, and he's not gonna he's a friend of mine. I mean, he's not gonna he'd be like the fourth person that has the link. That's it. I mean,
I just would rather not. Just
okay.
I don't know him that well. I don't. So I
He's
would rather
actually well, we're cool. I mean,
well,
I don't know.
I know you guys are cool, but I don't know him, and I haven't talked to him that much. I would rather not.
He would never P-bomb. He's not like that. He's a Christian.
It's not even anything about that. It's just
okay. It's your channel. I'm just asking. I'm trying.
But, so, yeah, no, nobody gets the link except for the ones that already have it.
Okay.
Point blank, period.
I think there's oh, go ahead. Sorry.
And so, I mean, so why would you not want them released if you were innocent? There's one. Okay. A second point I'll make is, and I forgot where I was going as I said that. But yeah, one, you would want to release every name on that list to prove that you weren't on the list. Point blank, period. That would make the most common sense, right?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Yeah.
I said it would make the most common sense, right? That you would want to release the list if your name wasn't on the list to prove that you were innocent.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's number one. I am a little bit stoned right now, so I forgot where I was going with,
I've been there, done
with
that.
my second point. But I'm pretty sure it had to do with also not only is Trump and his administration having meetings, but why is Pam Bondi and Kash Patel having numerous meetings trying to figure out how they're going to handle the fallout from this and how they're going to save their own careers when all this comes out.
Right. If you want to, you can take that Facebook thing down so we're not seeing that.
Well, I was getting ready to go back into some reels and stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just wish you could let my friend Eon come up, because he would put a lot of good discussion to this. I just wish you let me do that. I promise you it wouldn't be a mistake. I just but it's up to you. I mean, obviously it's not my channel, so
so now this is just some, and this one I'm going to play. This isn't even nothing to do with Trump. This is just something that I liked this guy's speech and what he said, so I'm going to play it for a minute.
All right, let me mute up.
Mondami after winning the New York City mayoral race. I got to freaking unmute it. Hold on a second. I hate that these aren't automatically unmuted.
So Donald Trump, since I know you're watching, I have 4 words for you. Turn the volume up. We will hold bad landlords to account, because the Donald Trumps of our city have grown far too comfortable taking advantage of their tenants. We will put an end to the culture of corruption that has allowed billionaires like Trump to evade taxation and exploit tax breaks. We will stand alongside unions and expand labor protections because we know, just as Donald Trump does, that when working people have ironclad rights, the bosses who seek to extort them become very small indeed. New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant. So hear me, President Trump, when I say this. To get to any of us, you will have to get through all of us.
Donald Trump's been having a pretty good time. The shutdown ended.
Okay, yep. So that was just Mamdani after he won the New York.
That's I was wondering who that was. I couldn't put a name to it. I sent you a text, by the way. You can just keep it private. I'm just saying, but yeah. But yeah, I hope you respond yes to that, because I promise you it'd be a good discussion. There'll be a lot of people that would like to come by and hear, but that's up to you. But yeah, I didn't even see that one yet, that video.
But then, and I mean, let's not forget what Steve Bannon said in front of a bunch of people just here recently too, as well.
All right.
And I'll have to unmute it and restart it. Yes, I know. I hate this freaking thing and the way this works. I hate that it doesn't automatically unmute.
Right.
It should. I think it should automatically have it unmuted, ready to play.
Right. All right, I'll mute up.
And I will tell you, they're not going to stop. And I will tell you.
Well, he has one thing right.
Wait, so who is that talking again? I'm sorry.
That's Steve Bannon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, Steve Bannon said that in front of several, I don't know if it was 100 or 1,000, but he was making a big speech. And basically that was just a clip of, but what he was saying was basically, if we lose the midterms, a lot of us in this room, myself included, are going to prison because of the things that have happened within the administration. And I mean, I guess he kind of in a way admitted some of the corruption in that speech. And some people were even baffled of some of the things that he said, because some of the things he said really did point fingers at people like him and Trump for doing corrupt things.
Can I just be a little bit upfront with you a little bit, without being too upfront? I'm sorry, I'm being distracted. There's a lot of DMs, and there's people that literally just want to come up and have a conversation. And these are people that I trust, and I promise you, they're not going to be disrespectful. In fact, a lot of them are on your side. But can we?
Well, I understand that, but I did not plan on anybody else being on this panel except for the few people that I said to give it out to, and that's the way I would like to keep it.
Okay, I'm just trying, because they're asking me to go live because you won't let people talk, but I don't want to do that obviously to you. But I'm just trying to.
Well, you can go live and you can let them talk, and I can end this shit because I already know what I know, and I've seen the evidence I've seen.
No, what I'm saying is
so
I think if you let Lion Will speak, I think you guys would get along pretty damn good. That's why I'm saying,
not interested in it though.
All right, I tried, folks. I'm trying. It's all right. I'll respect your channel. Wait, what the hell? Michael Jackson, McDonald's. I guess I can see better. It's on loop, dude.
just a joke.
I can't even read it. I'm so blind I can't even read it.
Okay, so I'll read that one. It's a 5th grade teacher asks her class how many were Trump fans. Despite them not knowing what a Trump fan was, but wanting to be liked by the teacher, they all raised their hands. So Johnny. The teacher looks over to Johnny and asks, Johnny, why are you being different again? Johnny replies, well, because I'm not a Trump fan. Why aren't you a Trump fan? Johnny replies, because I'm a Democrat. She looks and says, oh, really? Why are you a Democrat? Well, Johnny responds, my mom is a Democrat, my dad is a Democrat, I'm a Democrat. He then says, oh, really? Then what if your mom was a moron and your dad was an idiot? What would that make you? Little Johnny smiles and he says, it was just a joke behind some
It was hard to hear you because the music was
Michael
so loud.
Jackson
But
music
yeah.
is all that was. And then there's this I thought was funny too. Trump at the Washington Commanders game in Washington as he's trying to read the oath. He basically got booed out of the stadium by both Lions and Commanders fans.
When was this?
Sunday night when the Commanders took on the Lions.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
They were doing a Veterans Day thing, and he decided to show up, and he is actually the first ever president to get booed while attending a game.
Oh my! Where was the game held at? Which home?
It was in the Washington Commanders Stadium, so just outside of Washington D.C.
That's going to make sense because you know as well as I do that most of the Washington D.C. area, Baltimore area, is Democrat, so that would make sense.
But even Detroit Lion fans were booing him. Like everybody was booing him. It didn't matter what side they were on. But
Savvy's trying to call me on Instagram. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. Savvy, you're gonna be live. Savvy, you're live. Just so you hold on, I gotta take it off speaker. Hold on, put it on speaker rather. You're live on air, just so you know, on Casey Cox's channel.
Oh, that's cool. Will you go live?
Will I go live? No, I wasn't planning on going live. Casey's live though. We're on Casey Cox's channel. Is there anything you want to say or any? I don't know.
Yeah, open the fucking panel because one-sided discussion sucks.
All right, Casey, people are really wanting you to open the panel up, but you know it's your channel.
all right, guys.
I'm
Well,
not a Trump
you know
fan,
what?
but at least I
There
can say
you go.
whether I
I'm just
agree with
gonna
them
end
or
it.
whether I
If we're
don't.
gonna have this much of a problem about shit, then I'm just gonna.
Wait, hold on. I didn't hear. Hold on. Go ahead, Sabby. There's a lag. Oh, she hung up. Damn. I don't know.
If we're gonna have this much of an issue with it, I'll just end the stream and let everybody who wants to continue to support a pedophilic president who protects.
No, people want to come up and people want to come up and talk about it.
I don't want people on my panel right now. This was not a panel to open up for discussion. This was a me, you, Darrell, and maybe your brother to have a discussion and go over this stuff. That was it. It wasn't going to be a big open up panel for.
Oh no, I know that. I know that.
Opinions.
I'm just saying there's a lot of people in chat.
I'm not opening the fucking panel. If people want it to fucking be opened up, I'll end the fucking stream. Like my God.
No, Casey.
I'm not opening the fucking panel to nobody. I don't care.
Casey doesn't hate white people. Casey's part white.
And from now on, maybe I'll just come up and do this shit
Native
by my
American.
goddamn self and really make it one-sided so that nobody can fucking come up. Like, my God, I have kids in the background I could be taking care of, but instead I wanted to come on and have a little bit of fun and have a discussion with a friend, and now it's turning into a fucking shit show. So.
I'm just relaying messages, Casey. Don't get mad at me. I'm just relaying
And I've
messages.
told you
That's
no
all I'm
like
doing.
3 times, Jeff. Once I say no, it's no, and you know that. So don't keep it and bringing it up. I don't care if 500,000 people are messaging you wanting to come up. I said no once. My answer is going to be no every time it's asked. And the more it gets asked, the more I'm going to get fucking frustrated.
It's that old expression. Was pretty similar.
I don't
The
give
more
a fuck
you
about old expressions. Like,
no, I'm
this is
saying
my
what you
fucking
what
channel, my
no
fucking
no.
channel.
I'm just saying
So
what you
no.
just said is a kind of an old expression. If you keep what's it? Oh, my great grandpa used to use it. If you keep asking, you ain't gonna get it.
Exactly. Like, you asked once, you got your answer of no. It means no for anybody unless their name is Darrell or Brian. No. Plain
or bit
and simple.
or Ben or whatever. BIM Ben.
Oh, yeah, I forgot him too. Yeah, him. That one as well.
I will say, on a little bit different subject, just for a second. I can't say too much about this, but a friend of ours, maybe getting hired by a huge, has over 1 million subscribers or whatever. Just to tell you how huge it is, Catcher, as their permanent drive across the country type thing. I'm not going to say who or what team or whatever, but God knows. And if you're,
You know what?
you're a Christian, if y'all could
You know what?
pray he gets that job.
That right there is a good point. I'm sorry, but that is
Oh
a good
wait,
point.
let me. Oh wait, is that the? Well, I wish my eyes didn't suck so bad. I can't see without that. Oh, that's the Senate, I think, hearing
Yeah,
place
this
or
is a
whatever.
Senate hearing. This is Jasmine Crockett, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. And it's something to do with either Kath Patel, Donald Trump, because she's spoken quite a bit here lately in House committees. And this is in a House Oversight Committee featuring several authors of Project 2025 who just happen to have been in Trump's cabinet exposed. So this is also for everybody that tried to say that 2025, Project 2025 wasn't on Trump's agenda.
I recognize Ms. Crockett from Texas.
Thank you so much. You know what? This hearing is actually the best example of what waste, fraud, and abuse looks like, because the only reason we're having this hearing is because somebody got their feelings hurt in a debate. And I don't understand why we're wasting taxpayer dollars. Next time, tell your big boy to show up and be ready to handle the woman in the room who hopefully will become the next president of the United States. Nevertheless, while we do have 2 amazing authors from Project 2025, which it seems like everybody got the memo. Like, yes, I'm going to double down and say it's my thing, but I'm going to make sure I also say that it ain't our homeboys thing, because we know that it doesn't poll very well with the American people, because the American people are woke enough to recognize that there is nothing good in it for them. So with that being said, Ms. Perryman, I'm just curious, and this is yes or no. Is Trump's name ever mentioned in Project 2025? Yes or no? Just yes or no. I got you.
Within the document itself,
Yes.
there are a number of references to the former administration.
So is Trump's name mentioned just one time?
I believe it's mentioned more.
Okay. 5 times.
I haven't counted.
Oh, okay. Well, if I told you that his name is mentioned approximately 312 times, would you have any reason to dispute that?
I don't have any reason.
Okay, thank you very much. So it's interesting that we want to try to pretend. We're not going to pretend in here. We're going to work with facts and not fiction. So I also want to talk about inflation really quickly with you, Ms. Perryman, because we've talked about it a lot. I'm just curious to know, is the inflation that we just struggled through, was that global or was that limited to the United States?
Global.
Global. Seemingly, it was attached to this thing called the global pandemic. Is that correct?
That is my understanding.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't just the United States.
No.
Okay, so it wasn't just a matter of the Biden-Harris administration in the United States is struggling, right?
I think the United States actually fared better than the rest of the world.
Oh, yeah. In fact, we are, correct?
I think so, yeah.
All right, but inflation still hurts, and so that's why we have a candidate that has an actual plan instead of concepts of a plan. or as I like to say, Trump only has offered concepts of constitutionality mixed with coordinations of a coup. But nevertheless, we're gonna move on. I want to talk about the internet really quickly because we wanted to talk about the internet. Actually, let me talk about the border real fast.
Ooh, the
and then
internet.
we can talk about Texas
All right.
in this way. I'd ask for unanimous consent to admit this article from The Hill that says Trump says, blame it on me if border bill fails.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you so much. Now I'm going to move on to the internet. And I'm actually going to talk about Texas because I believe that the testimony has been somewhere around the fact that no money has actually been disputed as it relates to rural broadband. I'd also ask for unanimous consent to admit this article from the USDA.gov. USDA officials attend groundbreaking to expand high-speed internet access in rural Texas, dated March 7th, 2024, Italy, Texas.
Without objection, so ordered.
Thank you so much.
With respect, that was not the testimony.
Oh, I thought you said no dollars had been spent.
The largest single program.
My question is, did you not say
$42 billion.
Okay.
0 houses have been connected. There are other federal programs, including Trump-era ones, that right now are turning dirt and connecting.
Okay, so just to be clear, because I don't want the American people to be confused, because I was confused, because it almost seemed as if, considering the fact the name of this hearing is the failed policies, as if nothing had been done. But to clarify for those that are watching, you aren't saying that no dollars have been spent as it relates to rural broadband dollars under the Infrastructure Act, correct?
To be clear, for the signature effort, $42
Yes or
billion,
no? Have any dollars been spent?
not a
$1.
single person has been connected. That's
That's not my question, though. My
But they
question
have their
was,
own
have
sets
any?
of issues. Senator Ted Cruz from
Okay,
Texas
I'm
put out
gonna
a
move on.
report
I'm gonna
that
move
showed
on.
that
I'm reclaiming my time at this point.
many of these
I'm
bills, it's
reclaiming my time, which means, Chairman, I'm gonna
$100,000
ask
per
you to
location.
stop my time because the witness is not.
Are you asking him a question or are you?
No, I'm
reclaiming
not
the
asking
time?
him a question. I reclaim my time.
All right. The chair recognizes Ms. Crockett.
Okay, now I was at 41, y'all, so go back up.
We'll give
I
you
was
9
watching-
more seconds.
Okay, thank you so much. Here's the deal. You've testified a lot about the problem with the broadband rollout being diversity, equity, and inclusion. You said DEI, I don't know how many times, which is one of the issues that Project 2025 takes issue with. But it's interesting to me because I have another article from the Texas Tribune, and it actually specifically states that internet providers say they are simultaneously hopeful and skeptical about whether the incoming federal dollars will be enough to connect the most underserved Texans. Historically, other federal rural broadband funding programs have seen limited success because many companies who committed to providing broadband went into default after radically underestimating their cost. It doesn't say anything about diversity. And the final thing that I will say
Do you
is
know why
that
those
this
costs have
election,
increased
I didn't ask you a
substantially?
question. The final thing that I will say is that this election is the best example of why y'all are so afraid of diversity, equity, and inclusion, because then you can't have a simple-minded, underqualified white man somehow end up ascending. Instead, you've got to pay attention to the qualified black woman that is on the other side. And with that, I will yield.
Is that Trevor Noah? I can't tell. Who's Ronnie Chang? Oh, Casey, we can't
Not
hear
even
you.
sure. Not even sure who Ronnie Chang is, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay. I was thinking
This
he
was
was
just
that was
something that I
a.
thought was really funny.
Now, who was that? That wasn't Noah. No, what's his name? Trevor Noah or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not real sure who that is. I just know that he's does some skits like that sometimes on the Daily Show. He might even be in charge of the Daily Show now. I don't know. I don't watch it that often. These are
Oh
Facebook
yeah, the
reels.
Daily Show. His accent. I think that was Trevor Noah. His accent got more Americanized, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong.
But then there's this right here, what I'm about to play from Eminem. Eminem torched Trump supporters, and he really put it into perspective too, if you listen to what he says. So let's just take a listen for a second.
Mute up.
God, bastard.
watching him play to his base that thinks that he cares about them, and it's actually the people that he cares about the fucking least. If you're talking about his core being, a majority white middle class, what I don't understand is how in the fuck do you feel like you relate to a billionaire who has never known struggle his entire fucking life? Watch.
That's a good point. How do you, as a middle class white American who struggles every day, think that you have anything in common with a billionaire who's never fucking struggled a day in his life?
I think his dad, he was not a billionaire, but a multi-millionaire. His dad
Trump was
either
born
learned
with a
him.
silver spoon in his mouth. Like,
Oh yeah,
he's
but
the
he
least,
can't help that, I mean,
but he is
just
the
saying.
least identifiable with a middle class struggling American. To try to say that you relate with this guy who's a billionaire and has never struggled is just, it's beyond me. Like, billionaires don't understand the struggle. They've never understood the struggle. Look at how many millionaires and billionaires are considered self-made and came from being poor to being rich. Like, not very many of them. There are some, but there's not many of them. And
That I think it's like 96 or something % of people who win the lottery, they become bankrupt within a year to 2 years.
oh yeah, yeah, it's
Because
crazy.
they're not used to having that kind of, like, if you and I won the lottery, or most people here actually, if not all, won the lottery and won like millions of dollars, tens of millions, hundreds of millions, whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, it'd be hard to go from virtually having nothing to having all that. I mean, that's insane,
Yeah. Oh, and then of course everybody loves the comedian Jim Carrey. So
Actually, I'm proud of Jim Carrey. I know some people don't agree with this, but that's whatever. But he became a Christian and born again. He
and had a
exposed the
wonderful
Illuminati.
leader, and he is tearing us limb.
Oh, let's just take a listen real quick to him, because I thought he was pretty good with what he said too.
We have a president who started out when the country was together and had a wonderful leader, and he is tearing us limb from limb.
Well,
destroying every institution.
Let's talk about this Donald Trump, even though we don't want to. Let's bring it on the panel for this.
He's a car salesman. He's a used car salesman.
Absolutely.
And he's, he didn't make America great again, but he did turn back the odometer. So who knows what the hell is wrong with us?
I thought that was pretty funny. Donald Trump is such a con man. He's just like a used car salesman. He hasn't made anything great again, but he's turned back the odometer, so now nobody knows what the hell is wrong with us.
Well, one thing I will say, and this is the truth, you and I have been there probably 100 times when you were living here, and when you come here, I'm not going to say the location, but across where we go get our stuff, right? At the dispensary, there's a smoke shop where I get my vapes and whatnot. That area of town. And so I was using the disposable Geek bar. Yeah, Geek bar. And the Ox bars. And the Geek bar went up in price, so I started getting the Ox bar. And then I went to the smoke shop across the street, or down the driveway. You know what I'm talking about, right? If you remember.
Right, yeah.
Near Intel. Anyway, so, and it's $29.99 or something like that. I'm like, for one? I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, the tariffs. I'm like, the tariffs. So I went to Oasis. They had maybe 4 selections, and I was able to, it's 2 for $35 there, So obviously I went there. And then now it says made in the USA, and they're back down to $19.99 everywhere, or 2 for $35 almost everywhere. So I think the tariffs this time took a little while to kick in a sense, because they were so high. But now we're getting more American-made stuff, which is a good thing. Wouldn't you agree?
You say that, but if you walk into the Walmart, tell me why where the prices used to be on the tags are now cut off, and that price is not the price it used to be. That price is higher than what it used to be by quite a bit. No, his tariffs are not good. Any
Nice.
economist you've ever heard and ever talked about it, like we've tried tariffs before and they didn't work. We went into the Boston Tea Party because we didn't want to pay tariffs on tea. So, like, go back 100 years in history and look at where tariffs have ever done any good. They've never done any good anywhere.
Well, what was it called?
They're not doing good here in America at all. Like,
wait, hold on, real quick, Casey. Is it called NAFTA? National American Trade. See, National American. I think was it George Bush Sr. that started that NAFTA?
I think so, maybe.
Can't remember. That was and that's when I remember back then, being a teenager, and my folks and my family members, older people, whatnot, my family were saying that was the worst thing that ever happened to America was NAFTA, and but I don't know, how much the tariffs were then, the taxes or whatnot, but I think
And yes, other Lion will, yes. Other countries have tariffs and had tariffs on us, but what a lot of people don't realize is when Trump went to implementing these, I'm going to give them the same tariffs they gave us. The tariffs that he put on them was double and sometimes even triple the tariff that they had on us. So they weren't reciprocal tariffs, as he called them. They were just, and his global tariffs are about to be found to be unconstitutional and illegal. And when that happens, he's going to have to give 90% of that tariff money back to the companies that paid the tariffs.
you mean during the Reagan or Bush?
No, I'm talking Trump's tariffs.
Oh, Trump's, okay.
Trump's tariffs. If they are found to be illegal, which they're getting
Wait,
ready to be found
it
illegal
is-
by a court,
it is 420. I'm going to take a hit off
He
my
will.
vape. So
he will, and the U.S. government will have to repay back 90% of the tariffs that they've collected, because 90% of that revenue will be considered as illegal revenue. And Trump wants to give these $2,000 checks off of the tariff revenue. Well, guess what? People have already even done the math on the $2,000 checks that he wants to give only to middle class Americans. Wait a minute. So you want to take money you're getting from rich companies and basically redistribute that wealth to the middle class. So now you're okay with socialism?
well, socialism and oh god, golly, communism are a little bit different, but they're similar.
I'm just saying, like, for a party that's been so against redistribution of wealth, we should never redistribute the wealth. The wealth should always stay wealthy. They shouldn't have to, like, yeah, no, I agree with that. But now you want to redistribute that same basic wealth in a different form, calling it tariff revenue. Okay, for one, so that don't make sense to me. That blows my mind. But for two, okay, he wants to give that $2,000 tariff rebate check or whatever he's calling it to middle class Americans. If he was to do that, it would cost $600 billion. You realize his tariffs are only estimated to bring in $300 billion, right?
$300 billion.
So he's going to bring in $300 billion in tariff revenue, and then he's going to redistribute $600 billion of it to the middle class Americans.
Wait. Can you repeat that one more time? The stats on that?
Yeah. His tariffs are going to bring in $300 billion estimated. If he was to give everybody middle class that qualified for it a $2,000 check, that is estimated to cost $600 billion.
Really?
So you're going to bring in $300 billion to redistribute $600 billion and essentially put us $300 billion more in deficit.
I think we're already 20 some trillion in the hole or something like that.
He talks so much out of his ass that how you could believe anything how people believed what he said when he ran for office a second time and believed that he was going to do it and believed that he was going to make things great again. Like how you could even believe that after all the lies he's told and all the bullshit he's spewed is totally, totally beyond me.
Well, let me ask you a question as an opposition, if you will. I guess because I'm on panel or whatever. I'm supposed to be like the right. You're supposed to be the left or whatever. So what if things change? Trump is not a pedo, and America turns literally great again, and everything goes great. Will you change your mind?
Here's the thing, Jeff. In order for America to become great again, this douchebag con man that's running the country has to be out of office first. This man
I guess
wants to destroy
I get what you're
Obamacare,
saying,
but can't give us what his plan is to replace it. Hasn't been able to for 10 years.
That is true. That is true. I haven't seen an actual
so
plan.
Let's anything he's ever said. It's I've got concepts of a plan. Concepts of a plan. When have concepts of a plan ever gotten anybody anywhere?
I mean,
concepts is just a talking point.
Well, sure, yeah.
Gives me something to talk about, something that I can think about, right? I can think about how we're going to do this. I have a concept, but I don't have a real plan. But I'm going to destroy our healthcare without a plan.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to dismantle, and this one hits me close to home because I have an autistic child. Dismantle special education so that special education is no longer available in schools, and you as a parent have to go outside of school hours to find a therapist, whether it's speech therapy, you name it. Like, he has slashed so many programs. Like, yeah, we can dream, I guess. We can Martin Luther King and have a dream that
we can Martin Luther King and have a dream. You were a poet and didn't know it.
and dream about America being great again. But this man has not done one thing, put one policy in place that's making America great again. How is your ICE agents going after Native Americans?
Wait, Native Americans?
Making America great again. Yeah.
I guess I'm behind quite a bit on
there's a Native American, I saw it earlier somewhere. There's a Native American family asking for help, asking for people to help them because their daughter, sister, cousin, whatever she is to them, is being held in an ICE detention center in Michigan or Minnesota.
And they're Native American?
And she's Native American. And she's tried to tell them, hey, let me show you the proof. They won't even take her fucking paperwork.
Good Lord.
Oh, but Trump said that the ICE agents aren't being aggressive enough.
Yeah, oh no, it's crazy.
Like, everything this man has done, everything this man has said is 1933 Germany all over again, and I don't care what side of the fence you're on.
So I'll tell you this: if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. Right? If you're wrong in the future, obviously, will you admit you're wrong? Like I will
I'll admit
that
I
I'm
was wrong, but I with all the shit that's starting to come out and how they're trying to cover shit up, you're not going to convince me that this man's not only a pedophile, that this man curated and was the owner of the breeding ground for Epstein to find his young girls.
Do you think Trump is involved with?
Is a pageant not the perfect fucking stomping grounds for a predator?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay,
Looking from the outside,
your best
yeah.
friend for years.
Yeah.
Your best friend from years is now a known sex trafficker, and you ran a Miss Teen USA pageant.
Yeah, well, I didn't even know about the teen one. And by the way, folks, just to answer your question, I went ahead and set it up. I didn't plan post Casey live, but yeah, I didn't even know he did a teen pageant. I knew about the Miss USA, but not the teen thing. I had no idea till tonight. That's pretty crazy. That's
Yeah. I mean, he went on Howard Stern's freaking Sirius XM station and bragged about I was the owner of those pageants, and I'd walk back in them locker rooms with them little girls getting naked and stare at them naked, and I'd get away with it because I owned the pageant. And it's like you're examining the merchandise and making sure the merchandise is good to go.
Wait, you're talking about the teen pageant? He did that shit?
Yes.
Because I heard about the Miss USA, but I didn't hear about the teen thing.
Underage girls naked. He bragged about it.
That's illegal. I'm just saying.
But he was able. He was allowed to do it, and he could get away with it because he was the owner of the pageant. His words, not mine. His words. Like
I'm pretty sure, and I could be wrong because my memory, my memory sucks. But I did see that little clip or whatever on some channel, Long Crime or whatever it is. And I thought it was a Miss USA. I didn't know it was a Miss Teen.
Yeah, he owned them both. He ran them both. They were one.
Well, I know. Well, now I know he owned them both. But as far as that story where he went in the locker room or whatever he said there, I'm pretty sure he said the Miss USA.
When he said young girls, he didn't say women. He said, I'd go in and look at the young girls and the women naked because I could. I owned the pageant. I could get away with it. No men were allowed back there because they were changing, but I'd walk back there and look at them all naked and, oh, yeah, all these girls look good. Like, you bragged about it on Howard Stern's podcast.
Do you have a link? People want proof. Like, people want receipts.
People always, oh my God. Do I really have to do everybody's fucking research for them? Like, it's Howard Stern.
Oh, yeah.
Howard Stern.
And
Donald Trump talk about Teen USA pageant. I'm sure you'll find it. Like, but I'll digress. Evidently, there's enough people in this chat who are still blind and so far right that they even the emails being released publicly on national television that show that Trump still had connection to Epstein in 2017.
I thought it was 2019 or
2019. Like,
yeah,
he said he didn't have any contact with Epstein since 2010 or 2011. And now there's emails coming out from Jeffrey Epstein's estate that show that.
Wait, Epstein. When did Epstein supposedly, quote unquote, get what in jail? What year was that?
Oh, by the way, yeah, that was while Trump was in office.
No, what year was that though?
During Trump's first term.
I know, but what year was it? I'm trying to figure out what year that was.
I don't remember. It was late 2019, early 2020, I think.
2020, 2019.
Something like that. I mean, whenever he was in, Trump was in office when he died in jail, when he got killed in jail. People are going to say he committed suicide. Yeah, he didn't commit suicide. Let me guess, you guys also don't believe that Ivana Trump was murdered, right?
Wait, who?
Trump's wife that died. Ex-wife that died.
Wait. Hold on. When did she die? I didn't even know she died. Holy shit.
Yeah, Ivana Trump, I'm pretty sure, is dead. And now there's people with this type of connection here being brought to light. Like, let's look at it. Ivana Trump dies. Jeffrey Epstein dies. Virginia Guilfoyle dies. The common between the three, they were all connected to Trump and Epstein.
Well, okay, so as an opposition on panel, let me just say this. there is what you call a millionaire club, a billionaire club, and then soon to be a trillionaire club. I'm sure, but so it's not like they hung out because they're buddy old pals or whatever. It was a club, if you will. It's like Hollywood, if you will, even YouTube. To be honest with you, the millionaires on YouTube, they're their own little club. You know what I mean? So it doesn't mean that every person involved in the club is a pedo. Does that make sense? I'm not.
Okay,
But
no, 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 no. But to that point, okay, yeah, no, not everybody in the club is a pedo. But if you're a part of the club and you know club members are doing
if you know what's
things
going on,
that
you don't
illegal,
say
and
anything.
you know
Yeah,
that is going on, and you don't say nothing, does that not make you guilty by association? Does that
that's what I was
not
gonna
make
say. If they know, it's like the P Diddy shit. You know, the people that
exactly?
knew what was going on, they're just as guilty.
And
But there's
Epstein
people
said,
that don't
yes,
know. You know.
but here's the thing: Epstein in his email said, "Of course, Trump knew what was going on. He asked Ghislaine to stop."
Stop what though? I'm kind of confused on that one.
This is all in reference to his fucking little girls, fucking minor children at his house.
Talk about Epstein or Trump? I'm confused.
Epstein knew that Trump was fucking, or Trump knew that Epstein was fucking little girls in his house. He spent hours at Epstein's house with some of the victims. So for Trump to know about it.
Wait, hold on. I'm asking questions. So Trump knew about the Epstein situation, but you're saying he didn't say anything or something like that?
Exactly. There you go. Bingo. Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner.
Okay.
Trump knew. Trump didn't say anything because Epstein was Trump's friend and they partied together. So he wasn't going to rat out his friend. So,
well,
you know,
I'll say this.
On. Oh, this is where I was going earlier, and I lost my train of thought because I was high, and now I'm kind of sober. Because shit here has sobered me up a little bit. But okay, so I'm going to say Trump knew. Okay, Trump knew. Trump didn't say anything. Trump tried to hide it. Whatever you want to say, right? So tell me this: which story are Trump supporters going to go with? Okay, because we've heard it from Trump so many times, right? Oh, this is a Democratic hoax. It's the Epstein hoax. It's made up by Democrats. So is that the version we're going to believe? Or are we going to believe Mike Johnson's slip up that, oh, well, Trump is in the Epstein files because Trump was an FBI informant?
Wait,
which one
Trump
was
an FBI informant?
Which one is it? Was he an informant? Or is it a Democratic hoax? Because you can't be a FBI informant on something that is a made-up hoax.
True, but
and
man,
Mike
there's a lot
Johnson himself slipped up on national television when this stuff first started coming about. Right after, I'd say it's probably within the last 2 months. Johnson literally said, "Oh, Trump was an FBI informant," and then, like, oops, I shouldn't have said that. And then the FBI even came out and said, "We wasn't a fucking informant. He wasn't informing us on Epstein." So was he an informant or is it a Democratic hoax? Because it can't be both. And I've got people on the very far right that are so far extreme right, they've got their head shoved so far up Trump's ass, they wouldn't know a brick if it hit them in the face. that literally message me on a daily basis and say, "You know, Trump was an FBI informant, right? That was found out months ago in congressional testimony." No, there is no congressional testimony of anybody saying that Trump was an informant from the FBI against Epstein.
Wait, oh gosh, let's go. We'll have to talk about one of some private because I'm so confused.
So There's no way Trump was an FBI informant. FBI said no. Trump himself has even said no. And yeah, people will say, well, informants aren't going to tell you they were informants. Well, no, they're not going to tell you they were informants. But point to me one FBI case that's ever been taken to court where the informant didn't testify.
So I'm gonna time out account for 24 hours. They're
Go for it.
being disgusting. I'm not gonna ban them, but I'll do. Well, maybe I did actually ban them. I don't know. Anyways, here's the deal. I think we had a great talk tonight. I learned a lot. I want to look into some things. I want you to send me some links. We'll do our private. We have our group calls. Casey. We'll do our group calls. Because people, and I get it. I told people right away. I think you did too, that you weren't going to allow just anybody up, and I get that. I was just asking. That's all I was doing. But I'm going to have a panel and let people come up and say, and you're welcome, obviously, and let people say
Can
their
I play
opinions.
two more real quick before we end this, and then I will end it. I'm going to play these
Okay.
two more little things. One of these,
all right.
I want to know. I want to know about this too. So I just want to know what people have to say about this right here. And
all right, I'll mute up.
I'll restart it, whatever needs to be done and said. But
you might not agree with my take. The incident today at Trump's rally, let's talk about it. You might not agree with my take. For everything that Trump has done before his presidency, through his presidency, the children, I want to see him locked up in a cell the rest of his life with a live stream. The incident today at Trump's rally, let's talk about it.
Let's let that
you
pop
might
up
not
one more
agree
time.
with my take. For everything that Trump has done before his presidency, through his presidency, the children.
Michael Parker, 10 years old, oral rape, Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beach, Florida, 1992. Trump paid his parents a $3 million settlement. 2. Kelly Fuhrer, 12 years old, $1 million settlement paid in 1989. Allegations of forced intercourse, Trump Tower, New York City. 3. Charles Bacon, 11 years old, $3 million. Allegations of oral and anal intercourse, 1994, Trump Tower, New York City.
Wait, real quick.
Conway,
Are these
13
court records or?
Yes, this is all.
Okay.
This man is running for Congress. This man would not bring some shit up that wasn't some court record and found through court documents. Number 4, Rebecca Conway, 13 years old, claimed intercourse and oral sex. Trump Vineyard Estates, Charlottesville, Virginia, 2012, $5 million settlement. Maria Oliveira, 12 years old. Her family was paid $16 million to settle allegations of forcible intercourse occurring in Mar-a-Lago, Palm Beach, Florida, 1993. Number 6, Kevin Knoll, 11 years old. Trump Tower, New York City, New York, 1998. Settlement details unknown because they weren't disclosed. They had to. They were the only ones that filed a disclosure agreement where they couldn't talk about it. So nobody knows what their settlement was.
Right.
Okay.
Well, the same with the Michael Jackson cases. They didn't know.
So Trump. So okay. I'll swing to the right just a little bit here for a minute. Trump may not have been a pedophile. He may not have participated in the acts himself. But does this right here not show you Trump knew there was pedophilic style shit going on in his places that he owned, that his name was on, and so he settled with those people out of court just so they wouldn't go to court?
See, I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
So 6 right there. 6, 10 to 13 years old, all settled for allegations. You're not going to settle those allegations if they're unfounded and untrue, doesn't matter how many millions and billions you have to your name, you're not going to hand one of those people $3 million, because the first time you hand somebody $3 million for a settlement and it becomes public, now everybody's going to start suing you for it.
Right.
So, and then you're going to either have to settle because you just don't want your name dragged through the mud, which is stupid. Like, drag my name through the mud all you want. If I didn't do something, I'm going to stick to my guns and say I didn't do it. And if it didn't happen on my property, I'm damn sure not going to pay you a settlement and say it did happen on my property.
Right.
So he may not be a pedophile, but pedophile protector, to me, they're one and the same.
Well, yeah,
You're a
I
pedophile
think
protector,
most
you're
of us
just as bad
agree
as
with
the
that.
pedophile himself.
I think most of us here would agree, you know, a pedo protector is the same as a pedo, you know what I mean?
But Trump's not a pedo, but he's a pedo protector. So he protected Epstein. He didn't say shit about what Epstein was doing either. And then he saved his own ass with his own estates by settling all these court cases outside of court, so that whoever was the lead on it, or whatever you want to call it, didn't go down and didn't get in trouble. So he by far, pedophile or not, he is definitely a pedo protector. And this guy right here, I love this guy. I love what he had to say. This was yeah. I'll restart it, of course, because this fucking, they really need to make this to where if you're going to play a video, it's just automatically unmuted.
And I know my Republican friends are hoping that they don't have to go on record because they don't want to get Trump upset at them. But the bottom line is every single Republican will go on record, and you will have to make clear whether you're on the side of a pedophile or whether you're on the side of the victims. And I know my Republican...
That right there. That right there couldn't have been said any better. And
who is that again? I'm sorry.
That is McGovern. He's a senator, congressman.
Like a state, or
yeah, he's well, I think he's U.S. I think, like U.S. Senator, U.S. House of Representatives. I'm not real sure like who he is exactly, because I've not heard much from him. This was the first time I'd ever even heard him speak. Oh, and then of course there's a General Milley. I think we can all agree with General Milley.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree with General Milley here. On this, if I can get it to unmute. There we go.
To a country. We don't take an oath to a tribe. We don't take an oath to a religion. We don't take an oath to a king or a queen or to a tyrant or a dictator. And we don't take an oath to a wannabe dictator. We don't take an oath to an individual. We take an oath to the Constitution, and we take an oath to the idea that it's America, and we're willing to die to protect it. Every soldier, sailor, airman, Marine, Guardian, and Coast Guardsman, each of us commits our very life to protect and defend that document, regardless of personal price.
Jax fell out of the tree and hurt.
And I think with that, I think I will end it, but just one more time. Let's watch this.
Hey, Casey, real quick.
Yeah.
As soon as you end, I'm going to start my live, even though it's set for a different time. I set it to make sure there was at least 2 hours or more for your channel.
Okay.
But as soon as you end, folks, if I got a live set up, so a panel live. So yeah, it's set up, and as soon as he ends, I'll go live. All right. Thanks, Casey, for having me up, by the way.
No, not a problem. And this is going to be the end of it, and I'm just going to let it play on cycle as everybody kind of.
Yeah, and I'm going to call you in a day or two about something else, more personal or whatever. But yeah, it's all good, man.
Okay.
All
yeah,
right,
I'm just going to let this play until everybody is kind of gone, and then I'll shut her down, because this is my final. right here.
Trump is on the Epstein list. Yes, he is. Trump is on the Epstein list. Yes, he is. They can shred. Trump is on the Epstein list. Yes, he is. Trump is on the Epstein list. Yes, he is. They can shred. Trump is on the Epstein list. Yes, he is. Trump is on the Epstein list. Yes, he is. They can shred. Trump is on the Epstein list. Yes, he is. Trump is on the Epstein list. Yes, he is. They can shred. Trump is on the Epstein list. Yes, he is. Trump is on the Epstein list. Yes, he is. They can shred. Trump is on the Epstein list. Yes, he is. Trump is on the Epstein list. Yes, he is. They can shred.
You're not the president of the United States. And so I'm wondering under what authority you were allowed to terminate him.
That matter is under litigation, and I'm not able to discuss it.
Okay, well, discuss this. Did you have discussions with Stephen Miller?
All right, guys, later. See you. Get the fuck out of here, all you fucking Trump supporting, Trump loving people. Continue loving a fucking pedophile and a pedophile supporter. Because if he's not a pedophile, he's a pedophile supporter. And if you support Trump, you support pedophiles. Goodbye.